You're watching NBC, America's late-night leader. Life is harsh. Late night shouldn't be.
From the NBC studios in Burbank, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, featuring Kevin Eubanks from The Tonight Show Band, and me, I'm Ed Hall. Tonight, Jay welcomes from the new movie John Carpenter's Vampires, actor James Woods, 9-year-old dinosaur expert Christopher Wolf, and the music of Ryan Adams. And now, Jay Leno.
Well, just 4 more days to Halloween. You all know what you're going to be for Halloween? Anybody know? Yeah. You know, I got a great idea. Let's all dress up like New York Yankees, go down to San Diego and scare the Padres. Kind of a mean Halloween. You like Halloween? I think Halloween is fun. I had a good time on Halloween. Hundreds of young kids you never seen before. They come to your door looking for a handout, huh? Or as they call it in the NBA, Father's Day. Father's Day. Although I have to admit, you know, I did enjoy Halloween more when I lived in New England. See, it's not the same. It's not the same here in California, you know. Kids in Beverly Hills, I'm sorry. You know the kids out here, they do a costume change between houses, which I think, I don't care for that. And these rich kids, they don't appreciate it. Like last year, I caught a bunch of them pelting my house with Fabergé eggs. You know what I thought? Oh, gee, that's just, they have too much money, too much money. And yesterday, of course, was Hillary Rodham Clinton's 51st birthday. I want to wish her a happy birthday. You know, I tell you, President Clinton, as brilliant a man as he is with politics, I don't think he really knows anything about women, you know? You see what he got her as a gift? You see it today? A blue dress from the Gap. You know, not a wise choice. Just not thinking. That's the problem. But the president getting high marks for this Mideast peace agreement he got everybody to sign last week. That was pretty good. I don't know. Do you think it's a big deal? Trading land for peace? Is that new? Divorce lawyers in Beverly Hills have been doing that for years. Look, I'll give you this. You just go away. And this past weekend, President Clinton was here in California, right here in L.A., trying to raise money for the Democrats. Did you see him leaving one of the fundraisers? Did you see him smoking the cigar in the car? You know, I'm not... Show him smoking. Here it is. This is the actual footage. This is Clinton's limo. Look, you see, he's got the cigar. Ellen, look, Ellen, can we show on the other side where he got the cigar? Look at this. This is unbelievable. There he is. No what? Look at where the cigar, look. Oh, my God. It's Monica. Look, it's Monica on the back. It's Monica on the back. The guy never learns. You know, and according to the latest Los Angeles Times poll, voters starting to forget about Monica Lewinsky. Are you sick of her? I think her 15 minutes of stain are just about up. Sorry. Don't you agree?
15 minutes.
15 minutes of stain. I think it's over. And here's a truly historic event. Now, here's a real American hero. You know, they say, oh, there are no heroes anymore. This is pretty amazing. This Thursday, astronaut John Glenn will become the oldest person to launch into space since Marshall Applewhite of the Heaven's Gate cult. You know that? Remember Doe? Oh, that's disease. Yeah. See, the person you hear laughing when no one else is the writer. Oh, what else? Oh, here you go. This is on the news tonight. This is the FAA has issued an emergency warning telling pilots, commercial pilots, not to fly. This is true after taking Viagra. I guess Delta was having some problems. We love to fly, and it shows. And apparently they just love to fly, and it shows. Thank you. Here's a really odd story. Listen to this. Over the weekend, 4 reels of Adolf Hitler's home movies were found. This is true. Whoa. 4 reels of Adolf Hitler's home movies found after being stored in a basement for 53 years. The actual home movies of Adolf Hitler. And they say they're 100% authentic. I don't know. I don't know if it's true. Well, there's one scene where you see Hitler yelling, Hogan! And I don't know. I don't.
That is probably not.
You know, oh, thanks. That made me a little suspicious. And here's a story I mentioned last night. This was so odd. In Copenhagen, Denmark, a man took his 86-year-old father, who had just died. Father's dead, took his body out of the hospital, strapped into his motorcycle, and took him for one last ride around the city.
Oh, man.
Isn't that creepy? You know, there's nothing worse than a stale Danish. I'm sorry. Oh, all right.
Oh.
It is. It's creepy.
That's a rough one.
Danish
That's rough. Yeah.
Terrible, terrible. And in a mink farm in Michigan, 5,000 mink were released into the wild. Hear about this by suspected animal rights activists. They released these minks, and they say with the coming winter, people say the mink could die from the cold. Well, see, now there's another reason not to wear fur. It doesn't even work on the mink. Right? I mean, the mink is wearing fur, and he's freezing to death. What good is it going to do on you? And the #1 movie in the country, Pleasantville. Anybody seen this? Pretty good movie. Nice movie. It's about, it's like the 50s, a town where everything is black and white. There's no sex. Women are subservient to their husbands, and there are no minorities. Pleasantville sounds more like Republicanville, doesn't it? Pretty much sounds like Republicanville. Pleasantville? Where's that? Pleasantville. Hey, you know what's on Turner TV tonight? I'm sure everybody probably saw it. The Chips reunion show. Remember Chips? Yeah. It was a 2-hour movie, pretty much the same as the show, except now both guys are called Paunch. Yeah, everybody in the show is Paunch. Yeah. In fact, instead of motorcycles, they have motorized carts now, and they just kind of go around this one. Actually, it's a pretty good story. In this one, Eric Estrada tries to find out where Larry Wilcox has been since 1983. That was pretty much the plot. The plot of the story. Oh, listen to this. Woody Allen says in the current issue of Marie Claire magazine, he says, Mia Farrow is an unfit mother who never should have adopted 10 children. Well, that seems awful ungrateful of him. I mean, if she hadn't adopted all those kids, he wouldn't have met his wife. You know?
That's true. That's true.
Oh, Joey, hand me those books. Now, this is a big story. It seems famed radio psychologist Dr. Laura Schlesinger, author of this book. You know this book? 10 Stupid Things Women Do to Mess Up Their Lives. You know about her? Well, now she's gone to court to stop an internet site from posting nude photos she let her boyfriend, former boyfriend, take of her when they were having an adulterous affair. In fact, she's got a new book coming out called 11 Stupid Things Women Do to Mess Up Their Lives. Here's something else I mentioned last night. According to a recent study by the University of Georgia, a man's sex drive can be severely affected when his favorite sports team loses a game. Well, just without news for the Washington Redskins fans, couldn't get any worse. Now they lost the game. I'm impotent too, honey. That's pretty much what it is. And according to a new survey, best place to meet someone, I talked about this last night too. It's another subject you mentioned. Best place to meet someone, what do you think? Church. I hope Catholic guys don't hear about this. You know? They'll be hanging around outside the confessional. Hey, Susan, what are you doing tonight? I hope it's half as good as what you did last weekend. Here you go. Look at this. What do you think of this idea? A conservative religious organization is coming out with TV commercials promoting homosexual conversion to heterosexuals. Have you seen these? They're showing these TV commercials try to get homosexuals to convert to heterosexuality. Kind of an odd commercial, wouldn't it? We secretly switched Bob's regular gay partner with a woman. Let's see if he notices the difference. Oh, and finally, here's something fascinating. Saw this on the Discovery Channel the other night. I'm flipping around. I love this Discovery Channel. It's a fascinating show. It seems archaeologists have found 2 female mummies in Peru that were sacrificed to the gods like over 500 years ago. And along with the two females, they found a male mummy, and they say this guy was probably killed to serve as a guard for these two women in the afterlife. Now, here's my question. You think this guy knew what he was getting into? Huh? He's probably telling us, hey, guys, guess what? The priest picked me for some kind of special job, yeah. They want me to take these two virgins on a trip, yeah. Party. Ooh, that's a rough one. That's a rough one. Well, folks, as you know, 1 week from today is Election Day. In addition to the races for the Senate and the Congress and mayor and all that stuff, many voters will be asked to vote yes or no on a number of these initiatives or propositions. Now, in order to have a more informed electorate, I thought I'd take a moment to go over some of these lesser-known propositions. Are you confused by these? For example, Proposition 112, you heard about this one? This will completely outlaw the use of the phrases, don't go there, hello, and you da bomb. I would like to see those. Throw you go girl in there, too. Just get rid of that. Proposition 108. Now, I have backed this one myself. This is owners of four-wheel drive sport utility vehicles must take it off the road a minimum of at least 3 times a year. You don't go off the road, you can't drive it. Keep the damn thing off the road. In fact, if you have an off-the-road vehicle, you shouldn't even be allowed on the road. Just drive alongside the road. Proposition 137. This is another one I'm in favor of. This calls for the mandatory neutering of all NBA players once they reach their 12 illegitimate child limit. That's it. You got this. That's it. Here's a good one. Proposition 424. This would allow nude photos of Dr. Laura Schlesinger to be sold as antiques. You can sell those as antiques. Now, here's one. Now, Kev, I know you work with me on this one. This is very important. This is Proposition 311. This would ban the import of 90% of the crap at Pier 1. Okay? How many guys are being dragged in there? Yeah, I know. Look. Yeah, I saw the scented candle. Can we move on? Now, here's one I personally, I helped write this one. This is Proposition 696. This requires companies to use names like Eddie's Butcher Shop, Mike's Bar, or Tony's Italian Food. Very simple, very clear. Instead of names like the North Coast Meat Company, the Monterey Brewing Emporium, or the Santa Barbara Pasta Factory. Okay, that, again, not particularly humorous, that one. Just one of my favorites. One of my favorites. I actually did not write that one. I was sucked in. I did not realize. People around me were writing it without my knowledge. So I must, those people will be fired. Here's Proposition 249. This would stop English muffins from getting stuck in the toaster. I think that is an excellent. Right here, thank you. Here is a good. Proposition 212. Now, this is one I think everyone will get behind. Kev, I think you will back me on this. The next time Jackie Chan gets in a fight with 5 guys, they have to jump him all at once, not one at a time. Not one at a time. You ever watch those Jackie Chan movies?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like 5 karate guys, and then the last guy's a fat guy with a stick. You know, why does the fat guy with the stick even go after? You've just seen him beat up 5 guys. Why do you go in with your stick? And finally, here you go. I think every man in this audience will back this proposition. Proposition 514. This would stop women with breast implants from complaining that men don't look them in the eyes when speaking to them. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. Yes. We have a terrific show tonight. My first guest, a good friend of the show, 2-time Oscar nominee, starring in a new movie called John Carpenter's Vampires, James Woods. Jimmy Woods is here. Here's my favorite kind of guest. See so many, like, dopey kids around. Now, see, here's a good kid, 9-year-old boy, dinosaur expert. He found a 90-million-year-old bone. And he is the only kid to ever have a dinosaur named after him. Christopher Wolfe. Christopher Wolfe will tell us his story. He'll be here. And to perform from his brand new album, Bryan Adams. Bryan Adams is here. Halloween Through the Labeling. Say hello to Kevin Eubanks and the Tonight Show Band.
Displaying the colors created by Canon. Canon Laser Color. Its only competition is reality.
The truck is here. Introducing the new Silverado. It's bigger. It's more powerful. It's the truck from Chevrolet.
One call, and Unit 8 is on the case.
Problem we've got is they keep changing the rules.
Your calls to the Unit 8 tip line have exposed a high-flying travel scam.
It takes 30 seconds to take the money out of my account. I'd like to see it put back in my account.
Unearth controversial rules for building on the edge and more. If you have a story for the Unit 8 investigators, just call us at 288-KGW8 or find us on the web. Unit 8, only on Northwest News Channel 8.
Parks, beaches, rivers, salmon. These are the things that make Oregon special. But after years of neglect, these Oregon treasures are in serious trouble. That's why Measure 66 is so important. By dedicating just 15% of lottery funds, we will restore and repair our parks and protect our salmon, all without raising taxes. Oregon is a special place, but it's up to us to keep it that way. Vote yes on Measure 66.
What's your idea of the perfect minivan? Is it the most luxurious? One with a leather-trimmed and preferred suede interior, heated front seats, and dual-zone temperature control? Or is it America's lowest-priced minivan that still includes features like easy-out roller seats and air conditioning? There's only one place to choose from the complete selection of award-winning minivans. Your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer. Now, get up to $1,000 cash allowance on select Chrysler and Plymouth minivans.
Every year, consumer watchdogs like myself furnish TV viewers with tips on how to have a safe and healthy Halloween. Well, this year, the Food and Drug Administration has stepped in also. They've cracked down on a number of very popular Halloween products that they claim are defective. So tonight, as a public service, I want to point out some of the items that have been changed for the better because of truth in labeling. Now, Kev, this may cost us some sponsors, but I think it's more important that the people know.
Absolutely, Jay.
That we do the right thing rather than make a few bucks for a giant corporation called General Electric.
Right on, Jay.
Now, what would Halloween be without this? The fresh, delicious candy bar? The Hershey bar. Huh? Sure. Everybody knows the Hershey bar well. The government has stepped in. You can no longer call it a Hershey bar. Must call it what it really is. A zit starter, ladies and gentlemen. A zit starter right here. Hershey, one of our biggest sponsors. They might cost us, but it's better that the people know. Now, here's another candy that has fallen under the government's watchful eye. Those little chocolate footballs. See these chocolate footballs? Very, very popular. I'm sorry, the government has stepped in. You can no longer call them chocolate footballs. Must call them what they really are. Re-wrapped Easter candy. Okay, re-wrapped Easter candy. This is what these are. Re-wrapped Easter candy. Now, these harsh new laws laying claim to all types of Halloween products, even fun-sized candy bars. These are, and boy, they are a lot of fun, aren't they? You know, what fun we have with these fun-sized bars. But the government says, no, I'm sorry. Can no longer call them fun-sized. Let's call them what they really are. Michael Jackson bait bag. Okay, let's put another Michael Jackson bait bag. Yeah. Now, here's a candy that's been enjoyed by generations of children. Good and plenty. Well, that name is history. Now you must call it what they really are. Poor man's maracas. My natural sense of rhythm. Yeah. There you go. All right. Now, it isn't just edible items that are incurring the wrath of the FDA. No, sirree, Bob. Like this item here, the devil mask. This seems pretty harmless. Look, the devil mask. Huh? The devil mask. This is a very popular Popular item. Well, no, you can't call it devil mask. Let's call it what it really is. Hey, Ma, look, I'm a lawyer mask. Let's do this. That's looks like Skitch Henderson, huh?
No.
Showing my age. All right. What kid has to put these in his mouth? Oh, what fun. Halloween plastic fangs. 1,000,000 laughs.
Oh, man. Please.
Now, those laughs will be a little subdued now because of legislation in Washington. Now, you must call them what they really are. Kennistar teeth. These are perfect for, look at this. Oh, here goes. Perfect for witch hunt. Now, the fact that this candy is a classic hasn't protected these hot tamales from government scrutiny. Now, have you had these hot tamales, huh? Well, because of complaints by women, they've had to change the name. Can't call them hot tamales anymore. Must call them what they really are. Arkansas Spanish fly, ladies and gentlemen. Arkansas Spanish fly. Here you go, girls. Here you go, girls. Takes about 48 minutes to kick it. Okay. What is this one? Oh, here you go. Even candy assortments are effective. Like this, the candy variety pack. Well, no, that seemed pretty innocent. Candy variety pack. Government said, wait a minute. They investigate. Must call it what it really is. This is Hollywood Boulevard hooker chow. Pretty much. They live on. You got Tootsie Roll Pop. We got everything in here. We got tons of stuff. Oh, here we are here. And the FDA also cracking down on one of my favorite Halloween traditions, the candy cigar, huh? Well, don't get ahead of me. Well, you can't call it that anymore. You must call it what it really is. My first intern. Yeah. Here's a very popular costume accessory that'll be renamed under new legislation. This is the Xena sword. You know, Xena warrior prince? Well, let's call it what it really is. The HMO prostate probe. And finally, now this is a big, big seller. This is the Monica Lewinsky mask. Monica Lewinsky mask. They've sold 1 million of these. The government says, no, must call it what it really is. Bill Clinton hand puppet, ladies and gentlemen. Bill Clinton hand puppet. We'll be right back with Jimmy Woods. Right after this.
One anniversary card with 2 tickets to India inside, $3,500. Caravan to the Blue City, $64. Boat to the Palace on the Lake, $28. 25 years. More better than worse. Priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's Platinum MasterCard. With a high spending limit for the things that matter.
A stranger from the next world
Do I blend in?
has come to visit ours.
You want me to be your guide? I wish to see the world.
On November 13th, Universal Pictures invites you to experience life through the eyes of Joe Black.
I have this weak feeling in my knees.
Brad Pitt, Anthony Hopkins.
I don't want to leave.
Meet Joe Black.
I want to be with you, Joe.
A Martin Brest film rated PG-13. Starts November 13th.
Nissan Maxima is one of the 10 best engines in America, something which may come in handy, say, you're ever late for a flight. Get $1,000 cash back on the purchase of any '99 Nissan Maxima.
We asked the Hartford Wolfpack to try the Norelco reflex action for 21 days. There were signs of resistance.
Get that electric out of my face. This ain't gonna do nothing on my beard.
But then they began realizing how it adjusted to the contours of their faces for an unexpectedly close, smooth shave.
without the nicks and cuts of a blade.
Kind of like a Zamboni, eh?
Even their fans noticed they were changed men.
Look at you pretty boys, so smooth.
The Norelco reflex action. Put it to the test. If you don't like it, we'll give you your money back, guaranteed.
Only Afrin has special formulas for nasal congestion.
Allergy congestion. Children's congestion.
And now for immediate relief of severe congestion.
Afrin. Breakthroughs in breathing.
My cousin Al still swears he never gets enough to eat. So tonight we took him back to the Olive Garden for more of their never-ending pasta bowl. It's any special pasta you like, with all the free refills you want, plus all the salad and breadsticks for $6.95. The Olive Garden. When you're here, your family.
How extreme is Linda Smith?
She voted to abolish the Department of Education, eliminate clean air and water laws, make deep cuts in Medicare.
And Smith wants to ban all abortions, even in cases of rape and incest.
In her own words,
to those who say, I can't force my narrow beliefs on other people, hogwash. You definitely can force your narrow beliefs on other people.
That's Linda Smith. And that's extreme.
Fear of long-term relationships? The Accord will make you hyperventilate. The 99 Accord. It lasts a long, long time.
All righty, welcome back. James Wood is on his way out. 9-year-old dinosaur expert, Christopher Wolf, the only kid ever to have a dinosaur named after him. And Brian Adams will perform as well. Okay, my first guest. Good friend of the show, two-time Oscar-nominated actor whose latest movie is called John Carpenter's Vampire. It opens everywhere on Friday. See, some people's movies open in selected theaters. He's a man of the people. His open everywhere, so all of America can enjoy it at the same time. Please welcome the very democratic James Wood, ladies and gentlemen.
Did you put them up to that?
No, we handed out those Arkansas Spanish flies.
You guys are too geared up.
Now, wait, I got to add, now, what's with the hair now?
Did you ever dye your hair? Seriously?
No, I've never dyed my hair.
Except for the racing stripe.
No, that's yeah, I would put that big black clump in there. The last time I saw you, you were like, you had like jet black hair.
Yeah, and then before there was like red and then blonde. It's like...
So this is your natural color?
This is it. I mean, for 12 years,
yeah.
You know, I was doing movies, and I'd always say, well, you know, dye your hair for something, because the first time the gray appeared, you know, 35 years ago. So they'd, like, dye it a little bit, and then you'd finish a movie, and 2 months later, they'd say, what are you going to do about that inch of gray you got there? I said, well, I guess I'll have to dye it again. So for 12 years, of course, this is the rationale, in fact. What it really is, you know, you're hoping they'll say, you know, some 23-year-old member of the audience will say, Jimmy Woods, he's about, what, 26 years old? You say, yeah, that's why I saw him in Videodrome, you know, 38 years ago. Finally, one day you say to yourself, you know, I'm booked until, like, next August in movies. Like, I'm working. It's not like I need to, you know, fine, enough already. You don't have to sit there with that silly plastic thing, those little, like, you know.
Exactly. Very good, very good. And this way the 23-year-old girl can go, is that my dad?
Can I tell you, can I tell you honestly, I honest to God tell you the reason I stopped doing it?
Tell me, yes.
The guy who used to dye my hair lived in an area on a street called Dick Street, actually, in West Hollywood. And West Hollywood is an area in our part of town, which is a I mean, an admittedly gay area. Right. And I'd go over to my hairdresser in that part of town. Yeah. Go down Dick Street there. And I'd sit there in the morning with this, like, plastic thing on, no shirt. And I'd have these little aluminum foil things. On Dick Street, yeah. These little aluminum foil things in my hair. And I'd sit and they'd put this dye in. You know. It was like literally 7 o'clock in the morning. And for some reason, you can't park on the street then, because I guess everybody's, you know, getting in their cars, getting ready to go back home that morning. And, so I'm sitting there, and I go, how long do I have to keep this crap in my hair? He said, well, you know, like 45 minutes. I go, I live 10 minutes from here. Why don't I just drive home and wash it out? You know, I said, fine. So I said, okay. I said, but I don't want to get this on my shirt. So I walk out, and the guy says, you know, your car is parked over at Rage. Rage is a club for men over Santa Monica
Dick Street.
Right up Dick Street there. So, you know, here's James Woods walking out of, you know, the hairdresser at like 7:10 in the morning, with like a pair of jeans, work boots, no shirt, a little plastic bib with like ducks on it, silver things in his hair, and I'm walking over, you know, and I come into the parking garage, and for some reason they got a guy look like, you know, who's that guy upstairs from Lucy and Desi, you know.
Fred.
Fred, yeah, Fred Mertz. I mean, literally, it looks like Fred Mertz, you know, the cigar, and he's sitting in like a folding lawn chair. And I come up with like the ticket from my car with the stuff in my hair. And, bada bing, you know. And I walk over and I said, "Hi, can I get my car, please?" He looked at me and said, "Rough night, sailor?" I said,
Hence, I see why.
Hence, from now on, just that kind of natural look.
Yeah, now you brought the other Woods, the normal Woods tonight.
The normal Woods is here, actually. The normal Woods is
and you
hiding.
look alike.
There he is, hiding over in the corner.
Look, he looks alike. Look, you guys look alike.
How cute is he?
He looks like a normal Woods.
Yeah.
See, he's nice. He's not afraid to have a double cheeseburger, that guy.
No, he's not. We were at Johnny Rockets last night. We had a little premiere of the movie, and we were like this big limo.
Yeah.
With Michael and me, and this friend of mine is like this 6-foot-tall model in the slinky dress and stuff. You stop at like Johnny Rockets for the cheeseburger and the fries and so on. And you know, it's really weird. But he's the normal one, you know, happily married, 3 kids, everything else. Me with, you know, my with my Titanic legacy of, you know, failed marriages and stuff.
Yeah. You're not real good in that.
I'm like the Hindenburg of that area, but we won't go there, will we?
I didn't.
Will we, old pal?
I didn't bring it
up. No,
up.
but you're dying to though.
No,
you're just sitting there.
I said
you're dying to. You're dying to just.
Counselor, since you've opened this line of questioning. Oh, tell me now. You got your star. Now tell me about this. You got a star on the Walk of Fame. That's very impressive.
Yes, it was great. It was great.
Now you're the kind of guy. I know why you did it. You're the kind of guy that did it just so you could like walk a woman down the street and go, oh. My name.
I go, hey, look at this. How did they do it? No, actually, can I tell you? It was actually, I got to be serious for a moment. It was one of those things I thought, okay, a star on the Walk of Fame. They'll probably have me, you know, wedged between like Ava Gabor and Lefty Frizzell, you know, so whatever. And I get there, and they usually have them like 11:30 in the morning. Yeah. And they forewarn you. I mean, like, you know, like my publicist said, no, listen, you know, like great talents come here, and people don't show up because it's, you know, on the Hollywood Boulevard, all the bums. You know, like John Fogerty came, like 19 people showed up. I said, okay. Well, my publicist was also smart. He also had a free screening of Vampires for anybody who showed up. So, of course, it's like I'm, you know, running for president. All of a sudden, there's 500 people there. Yeah. And it was great. And my brother came, and my mom.
And your mom? I love your mom. You know, I love your mom.
We had dinner two weekends ago.
Your mom is wonderful.
So, we
was she impressed?
I'm big.
Was she impressed with your mom? Was your mom impressed with your star?
They actually were very impressed because...
that's a mom thing.
It's a mom thing, but I have to tell you, I didn't go and prepare anything. And John Carpenter and Melanie Griffith both introduced me and had very funny, charming speeches. And when I got up there, it was like coming out tonight. I mean, finally, when all is said and done, what being an actor is about, or, you know, being any kind of entertainer is about, is your fans. Right. And for the first time in 30 years, it suddenly dawned on me, you know, it's like I felt like Sally Field. It's like, wow, they like me. You know, one of those kinds of things. Right. I mean, they were very supportive. They were great about it. And I sort of spoke from the heart. It was really nice, you know, because I for one, and I know you share this because we talk about this all the time, am astounded when actors, like, don't want to give autographs. Right. You know, I mean, you don't want to give an autograph, then you should have gone into another honorable profession, been a plumber or an electrician or whatever you want to do. But like, you know, I mean, only because it does take more time. I mean, the bottom line is, I mean, you and I sit up here and we have great lives and we're blessed and everything else, but, you know, the boss is sitting out there. You guys pay our salaries, you know? If when you turn on us, like, we're dead, so, you know. I mean, seriously, okay? Is my nose far enough up? Okay, the audience. Thank you very much. Okay.
You got the star.
Okay, oh, yeah, never mind. I take it all back. Anyways. Vote for Wood. Vote for Wood.
Now, let me ask you about this movie now. This is an action movie. It looks like you're, aren't you kind of getting up there for these action
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, I thought, okay, I get the script Vampires. Yeah. I'm thinking, okay, they want me to play a vampire. And then I realized I'm going to be playing, you know, like the hero. And I think, well, this is pretty cool. Yeah. And then we get to the first stunt, which we don't have a clip of because they have 20 other clips, but not, of course, of this. But there's a scene, I don't know if you've seen it on the trailers, where I'm walking out of a building and the entire building blows up, right? And I thought, hey, this is cool, you know, I get to do what, you know, I usually imagine like Nick Cage or John Travolta, guys, you know, diving with the thing blowing up. And of course, as we all know, they're diving onto like a mattress in a sound stage. And, you know, 3 months later, guys look like Ed Hall are sitting there on the computer going, okay, here's the big flames and everything else. With all due respect, don't get me wrong.
With all due respect, because you pay our salary, Ed.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Because you're my boss, you know what I mean, babe? You're my boss, okay? With all due respect. So I said, great. So I said, how are we going to do this? And Carpenter says, you better talk to Daryl, the special effects guy. And I go, great, Daryl, so how do you do this? I mean, you're kind of an older guy. You're good on computers? He goes, I don't have a computer. I said, well, how are we going to do the, big explosion? He said, well, you're in there in the beginning, and there's a little bit of a fire going, so we have a flame bar. And he said, then we have about I guess we got about, 100 barrels of gasoline in there, and put these little charges in them. And then we say action, and you walk out, and you get to a certain point. When you hit that point, that building goes. I said, you mean like I go out and like it blows up? He says, yeah, whatever you do, don't flinch, because we got 12 cameras, and we only got one building. You know what I mean? I said, well, is it, do you have control over this kind of thing? He said, well, it's 100 barrels of gasoline, basically, little charges in them, so, it's pretty hard to control, really, but, you'll be out there a bit. And I go, is it going to be loud? He does one of these, he turns to the other guy. He says, let me just tell you this. He said, when you come out, keep your mouth open, because you're your station tube there. He said, the impact is so loud, if you have your mouth shut, it'll blow your eardrums in. He said, but whatever you do, don't flinch. Okay, yeah. Be a man, don't flinch. Meanwhile, I'm thinking of the guy at Rage, with the thing, Yeah, how are you, sailor? I'm going, great, the little things in my hair, the plastic. So I stand in this building, and I swear to God this happened. They have 12 cameras. We're going to blow up the entire building. And I'm standing in there with a little flame bar, and I keep thinking, they tell you not to smoke at the gas station. Meanwhile, these flames are going. There's a smell of gasoline everywhere. And they said, when you get in, we go live, and we go. Because, there's a lot of flame and a lot of gasoline. I get in there, and I swear to you, one of the cameramen goes, hold on, I got to reload. He's like, 3.5 hours. Now I'm standing here in the middle of, like, the fuel dump, and he has so I'm standing waiting for him to reload, trying to find out his address so I can go kill him later. And I go walking out, and sure enough, man, when I hit that mark, the entire building goes. What I forgot about was there was a lot of glass in the building, and I can hear these shards of glass going, choo, choo. And when you see the shot, and I wish we had a clip of it, but hey, they don't have a clip of it. You actually see my hair, then, of course, not this color, right. Blow forward. You see me rock. You see the mouth open and everything else. And you actually see my clothes kind of ruffle like this, but, hey, I didn't flinch. You know why?
Vampires, here we go.
Thirsty. Think she smells your blood, Padre? Oh, God. Padre!
Looks good, Jimmy. It opens everywhere on Friday. I'll take your salary. Go see this movie. John Carpenter's Vampire. We're right back with Chris Wolf right after this.
As a highlight of our franchisee meeting, we have the co-founder of Pizza Hut, Mr. Frank Carney.
Recently, the retired co-founder of Pizza Hut did something surprising. He bought a Papa John's franchise.
Sorry, guys. I found a better pizza.
Today, he owns over 70 restaurants.
Papa John. Better ingredients, better pizza.
He's got it. Try our Papa's Choice. That's a large pizza with your choice of up to 5 toppings for just $9.99.
What's your idea of the perfect minivan? Is it the most luxurious? One with a leather-trimmed and preferred suede interior, heated front seats, and dual-zone temperature control? Or is it America's lowest-priced minivan that still includes features like easy-out roller seats and air conditioning? There's only one place to choose from the complete selection of award-winning minivans. Your Chrysler and Plymouth dealer. Now, get up to $1,000 cash allowance on select Chrysler and Plymouth minivans.
Hey, you look great.
Just a minute, I'm freshening up, but I can't wait to meet you. Hi.
Irritated throat? Try Luden's Wild Cherry. Every flavor feels good.
Hey, Mom, I use a cupful of this laundry stuff, right? Oh, a capful.
Sometimes you need quick advice.
I gotta go.
Switch to Sprint for a dime anytime, and calls under 30 seconds are free. Call 1-800-PIN-DROP now.
Tonight, Conan seems just a little bit off. But then so does Jeff Daniels, plus Jesse's Christina Applegate. And, well, one act we're not sure who booked.
Security.
Sometimes what you can't have is what you want the most.
If I can't have Bo, I'm going to make damn sure Hope doesn't have him either.
Days of Our Lives, NBC Daytime.
From your bedroom to your body, things every woman should know next Oprah.
We're the IRS. Who says we can't play rough if we have to?
Hooley, that's who. Congresswoman Darlene Hooley sponsored a taxpayer bill of rights to stop the IRS from using intimidation.
Hey, who says we have to prove anything?
Hooley, that's who. Hooley's bill puts the burden of proof on the IRS, not you.
Who'd you say changed the rules?
Congresswoman Darlene Hooley, that's who. She gets it, and gets it done.
You know what? That's a great combination. I like these pants. I need more work clothes. Very professional. The vest with the sweater over that, nice. I like the fabric. I like the texture. Oh, really nice. Yeah.
I'd wear it to work, because we go business casual.
That could be Ann Taylor.
Oh, Macy's?
Nordstrom's. Oh, Ward!
Montgomery Ward? Wow.
We'll go to Ward's in a flash. Yeah, the price is right, so. Price is right. That means a lot.
We're changing everything to change your mind.
Pacific from Honda. What about now?
Don't be fooled by big government and greedy union bosses who are wasting our tax dollars for their own selfish political agendas, for more government regulations and higher taxes. A yes vote on Measure 59 with a no vote on 62 can help us keep our rights and freedom to choose candidates and causes of our choice. 59 will make sure that we are not bullied by union bosses at the taxpayer's expense. Help return control and protect our rights. Please, vote yes on 59 and no on 62.
My next guest, the only kid in the world who's had a dinosaur named after him. He's from Phoenix, Arizona. Please welcome 9-year-old dinosaur expert, Christopher Wolf. Christopher, can I call you Chris? Do you like Chris or Christopher?
Chris.
Chris, yeah. Christopher's her grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah, grandma's call you Chris. So tell us what happened. You're on like an archaeological dig with your dad. Is your dad a...
It isn't exactly an archaeological dig, because being a paleontologist is different than an archaeologist, because archaeologists study human remains and paleontologists don't. But what happened is my dad was just looking for some dinosaur bones. And
so you and your dad are looking for dinosaur bones. Yeah.
And then I picked up a dinosaur bone, which I have in my pocket.
You have the very bone?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
let me see.
I can get it out of here.
Okay.
And I just picked up the tip right here, and
let me see. Now you see, to me, to my untrained eye, that just looks like a big rock. And this is, and what part of the dinosaur?
Well, that would be the horn, which I can show you where it would be. It would be right up here on the eye.
Oh, that's a horn.
Yeah, it's the horn.
Wow.
And right here would be where the eye would be, and then the camera, and I can give this back to you.
Yeah.
And so I just picked up the tip there, and he asked my dad if there was a bone or not, and he said, yeah.
Wow.
And it just turned out to be the tip of that.
So how old is this?
90 million years old.
90 million years, wow. Well, that's pretty good. Now, how did he get it named after you? Tell me about that.
Well, my dad said that if I climbed up the hill with him, that he would make it worth my while, and he did by naming it after the dinosaur.
Oh, that's pretty good. Now we have a picture of the dinosaur that this comes from, or something close. Let's see. What is that? The dinosaur there? See it up there? So that would be the horn right over his right there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's pretty. Now, is that a smart dinosaur?
We don't know.
Don't know.
Not yet.
Now, what's the name of that dinosaur?
Zuniceratops Christopher.
Wait, hang on. The what?
Zuniceratops Christopher.
Zuniceratops Christopher.
Yes.
Cool. Now, dinosaurs have small brains, right? How did they know each other's names? They were so long. It seems like... Let me ask you, does this help?
I'm not sure.
Does this help you meet girls? Like when girls, you go, oh, girls, I found this 90 million year old. Does it work? Have you used that?
No, I haven't tried yet.
You haven't tried to impress girls? Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
You're not sure?
I guess you could say that.
You guess you could say it. Well, you know, you and Jimmy are very much alike. Can I say the same to that?
Do you dye your hair? You don't dye your hair, right? No, you'll have to another 90 million
Another
years.
90 million years. Yeah. Now, we have a little quiz. I want to see if you can identify these dinosaurs, okay?
Okay.
Now, we haven't gone over this with you. Okay, how about, that is a...
Brachiosaurus.
What's that one?
Brachiosaurus.
Brachiosaurus. That's right. That's pretty good. That's good, okay. How about, what is that one?
Iguanodon.
Iguanodon. That's right. Okay, here's a hard one.
By the way,
That's a Presidentialsaurus. That's correct. Very good. That's very good. That's very good. This is the oldest living dinosaur in America today.
with a 90-million-year-old mom.
90
Anyway.
Thank you very much. Who also dyes his hair, by the way. Now, what grade are you in now?
Third.
Third grade. So what do you want to be when you grow up?
Exopaleontologist is when you go out into space and you just look for dinosaur bones on Mars, basically.
Wait, hang on. You want to be, what was it? You want to look for dinosaur bones on Mars?
Yeah, an exopaleontologist.
An exopaleontologist. Now, what does that mean, exo?
Exo means...
Outside.
Yeah, outside.
So outside our solar system, look for dinosaurs.
Yeah, basically,
Jay,
yeah.
Well, Mars is in our solar system.
No, I mean outside our... I mean outside of our... Earth, outside of Earth. Like exoskeleton is outside. You see, thank you. Thank you very much. Now where do you keep these bones? Do you have a special...
Well, they're at the Mesa Southwest Museum in Mesa, Arizona, and they right now are stored in a vault, but pretty soon they're going to be out on display.
With your name on it?
Yeah.
So you can bring girls and go, oh, like Jimmy with his little star in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
His star is nothing compared to your dinosaur. Your dinosaur could crush his star like a little worm and just like a bug.
Yeah.
If your dinosaur stepped on his star, it would just smash it into a million pieces. Like a bug. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, that's great. Well, congratulations to you, and thanks for bringing your...
Capital One. In the credit card game, it's the winning card.
People you want around, just in case.
Dodge Ram was the first and is still the only full-size pickup to be ranked most appealing by J.D. Power & Associates. It was the first to offer a 10-cylinder engine, and it was the first quad cab. And now, for the first time, we're offering $1,000 back on the truck that changed the rules. But hurry, this is one first that won't last. $1,000 cash back on 98 Rams ends November 9th.
Hi, Dave for George Moreland Plumbing. Everyone knows we have the largest selection in the Northwest. But more than that, it's our people that make the difference. You know, plumbing's changed a lot since we opened in 1927. Today, our people are trained and equipped to handle every modern plumbing need. So remember, we don't sell 2x4s, VCRs, or barbecues. We're just the best at one thing.
Plumbing! George Moreland Plumbing, the water heater king.
Alrighty, I want to thank my guests. Women, if you can't find your dream guy in this show, he doesn't exist. Okay, Bryan Adams is it's a new CD. Say hello to the Canadians. Thank you, Canadians. Christopher Wolf, thank you, Chris, for bringing your dinosaur bones. Of course, Jimmy Woods for bringing his dinosaur bones as well. Let's do Christina Applegate. Thank